Welcome to Module 2, Lesson 3, Weekly Optimizations. In this lesson, we're going to cover the weekly optimizations you should be implementing in your Google Ad accounts to turn clicks into profits. Let's open up our optimization workflow template and jump back into it. Okay, so we're here now, weekly tasks. Let's dive through it. First things first is you want to get in the habit of every single week, you want to review your performance trends. So you want to take a look at your visibility metrics, such as search impression share, search loss to rank, search loss to budget, search top impression share. You want to look at your cost metrics, meaning how much have you spent? What's your cost per conversion, your cost per custom conversion, meaning cost per SQL, cost per converted user, whatever that KPI is that you're measuring against. And you want to look at volume. How many conversions are you getting? What is it trending up? Is it trending down? What does that look like? So you want to keep an eye on those different things on a week-by-week basis. In Google Ads, there's actually a chart here that you can put, and you can map different metrics, which is quite nice. So for example, you can really easily see the trend of search impression share here with this graph, which is great. You can switch this to like different things, conversions, different things that you want to look at, and then you can map the chart. Or what you can do is you can just adjust the time frame. So if you're looking at like the last 7 days, and then you can compare it to the prior period, and then it'll give you a percentage difference, right? So like just looking here really quickly, across the board here, our search impression share is actually down at 25% over the last 7 days. I would say when you're optimizing and you're looking at things on a week-by-week basis, don't freak out. Like if you know, like right now, 25% down search impression share, doesn't mean we need to freak out per se. It just means something might be up. If you see it happen consistently, 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, a month in a row, then there's definitely something that you need to make a decision off of. I always say the week over week should be like a pulse, and then the month over month is more so where you're making big decisions, and the quarter over quarter should be moving in the right direction. So with that being said, you also want to make sure when you're looking at performance trends, you're doing it by themes. So the average search impression share for non-brand is different than the average search impression share for brand and competitive and RLSA and so on and so forth. So if you're just looking at the overall like this, it might not be very helpful. So instead, what you should do is you should group your different campaigns together by theme and then report on the theme level. So all of our non-brand campaigns, what's our impression share? All of our brand, all of our competitive, all of our LSA, and so on and so forth. And if your account is even more complicated, you might even break it out by like non-brand and region. So like North America brand, North America non-brand, and then you can start to map that performance over time. And this is something that you can build into a dashboard and, kind of automate some of this work. But if not, you have a simplified account. You could also create reports in Google Ads to kind of help do some of this heavy lifting. But this is the kind of visibility that you need. And having the ability to group similar campaigns together by theme or region or some sort of commonality is how you manage big Google Ad accounts with hundreds of campaigns. Because maybe you have hundreds of campaigns, but 50 are non-brand, 50 are competitive. You group them together, and you only have to look at two things, which is non-brand and competitive, and it makes it much more manageable. So make sure you're getting in the habit of reviewing your performance trends on a week-over-week basis. Even better if in the future you can set up alerts to automatically notify you based on certain trends. Next up is to pause underperforming keywords. So if you notice certain keywords in your account are not performing, you can go to your keyword section. You can create a filter. So for example, I'm going to come here and I'm going to go into one of these campaigns. And if I come here, I can just easily add a filter of, let's just say, conversions. And then I can say conversions less than 1. And then I can see any keywords that are underperforming. I'm actually going to show you how to automate this work in a future lesson. But you can see really easily what are your keywords that have no conversions. And then you can sort by cost and then understand which are the ones that are hemorrhaging the most budget. Adding new relevant keywords. So when you're looking at your search terms report, there are certain search terms that maybe it makes sense to add them as keywords, or you can just go into the Google Ads Keyword Planner and find net new keywords that you might not be covering. This is an opportunity to expand your scope, expand your reach, and it's a good best practice to get in the habit of. Next is pausing underperforming ads. I'm going to show you how to automate this, but this is as simple as just go to the ad section in your account, and then pause any underperforming ads that you notice are not performing for you anymore, right? So if they spend 2 to 3x your allowable cost per target, shut them off. And we'll talk about this more in a later lesson. Adding new ads to replace underperformers. So if you notice you have some underperformers, ideally greater than a 5% click-through rate is kind of what we aim for. But if anything has less than 5%, you can compare it to your average. So if your average best click-through rate is 2% and it has 1%, shut off the underperformer, get a new one into the mix. So that way you can continually improve your overall click-through rate to help boost your expected click-through rate to improve your quality score. Your action item for this lesson is to implement the weekly workflow optimizations as shown in this lesson. I hope you received a ton of value so far. Please share AdConversion with your colleagues or leave us a testimonial. We appreciate your help spreading the word. See you in the next one.